My name is Shakayla Forbes-Bell and I am a fashion psychologist. My role is to uncover the why behind the what as it pertains to consumer behavior. So I work with global brands to give them that unique perspective so that they can develop a closer relationship with their communities. Today, I'm here to talk about the psychology of luxury retail. I think this space has been changing rapidly over the years, in large part to technology as well. And we can really attribute that to the digitally native consumers, particularly Gen Z. You know, by 2035, Gen Z are going to be making up 40% of all luxury purchases. Sometimes we don't realize that shopping and consumer behavior is a decision, and that decision is going to be motivated by several different factors. MRI studies that are conducted about looking on what's people's brain activities, they found that dopamine, that neurotransmitter, which is a chemical messenger, it activates when we are going shopping. So we actually feel good when we're about to purchase something. As humans, we are hardwired to be attracted towards novelty. We like getting new things and we like consuming. However, what's interesting is that studies have found that dopamine peaks in anticipation of us going shopping. And I think it's really interesting when we think about online shopping. So online shopping, we have more anticipation because we have that wait between when we click to add something to our bag, between when it actually comes to our door. I think the motivations to buy luxury are slightly different. The first one is signaling behavior. Humans will showcase their luxury products. It's a way to signal to others that you are someone to take note of. Another reason why people buy luxury is for their hedonistic value. So when we think about things that we need, there's a study by Abraham Maslow, and he has this pyramid of all of our basic desires and needs. And in the middle of that pyramid, it has our need for aesthetics. So we like to be surrounded by beautiful things. It makes us feel good. I think with technology and with online shopping and e-commerce, it's really almost democratized the way people approach luxury. So there's a 2014 study in the International Marketing Review, and it found that when luxury staff were rude to consumers, the consumers were more likely to purchase more in the face of that rudeness because they felt like they needed to belong, they wanted to be part of the clique. But now with access to technology, consumers have more power. They can talk about their wants and their desires, and they can just get things online with a click of the button. And I think brands have acknowledged this. They understand that they cannot risk alienating consumers anymore. They need to create a more inviting, more accessible, more holistic experience for them. And I think another way that we've seen technology shift luxury is through personalization. Overchoice is similar to that. It's a psychological experience where we experience cognitive overload by giving us so much information so that we just don't know what we want to do, and our brains shut down and we end up either making a poor decision or nothing at all. Personalization streamlines this experience. It allows the brands to make these recommendations that are very unique to us because they're utilizing data which tells them what we like, what we don't like, what we look like, the styles that we're invested in, and how we want to feel in our purchases. Personalization is incredibly important in luxury retail, especially when we are considering that Gen Z have a lot more purchasing power and they are going to be contributing to a vast amount of luxury purchases in the future. Gen Z are incredibly individualistic. We're becoming more individualistic as a society. We're always on our phones, we're online, and we have this platform online where we are giving this main character energy. Everybody is like in charge of their stories. People are listening to them. We have captive audiences. People are brands in their own right. So they want to feel that they're a VIP. So there has become less friction when it comes to providing brands with our data because we want these brands to know us. And I think another way that we're seeing technology change the way that we are investing in luxury is the fitting room experience. So sizing issues can make people feel self-conscious, maybe not having enough options to pick in the store. It can be taxing. People don't have a lot of time on their hands these days, but I think technology has made that experience a lot easier. You have things like magic mirrors and virtual technology and AI within these fitting rooms to get people to virtually try on things. And then again, that satisfies a need for people to be more sustainable. You know, people want to be able to allow their purchases and their beliefs to match up. Sizing issues is one of the biggest causes of returns, and returns often end up in landfill. So it's a big sustainability issue. In many ways, luxury has been able to hold its own, and that's for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that they rely a lot on their heritage. A lot of these brands have existed for decades, if not centuries, and I think they have that story that they want to tell. So nostalgia is a really powerful psychological tool. Studies have shown that nostalgia-driven stories or contexts where it encourages people to think about the past, even past that they haven't been a part of, it makes people feel happier, it makes people feel more confident, and it boosts our well-being. But also, on the other hand, as humans, we're hardwired to be attracted towards novelty. We like things that are new, and luxury brands, they are not afraid of reinvention. They are not afraid to go with the times and do new things and become more accessible and more transparent. And they're utilizing technology as well to make sure that they stay ahead of the curve. I think people really, they do want more from their brands. They want conversations. They want to feel like the brands know them, that they're a part of their lives, like they can understand their wants and desires. So it would be great in that build-up to increase that with a level of connection that maybe consumers are really seeking from their brands in this day and age.
Immersive technology is offering a different perspective for clients and customers to engage with the brand. So whether that be in a store environment where the luxury brand can bring a completely personalized and special digital experience to the physical store,